Hello and welcome back to Train Sim TV. In this video we're going to venture back to the latest EP from Armstrong Powerhouse, and that being the Class 808.03 pack. We're going to focus today on the Class 802 Nova 1 stock under the operation of Transpennine Express, and where we're going to cover a short 30-minute drive under the diesel mode that the pack has to offer. And the aim of this video is also to give you a decent chance to have a listen to this side of the pack, as we didn't get to give this a coverage over on the first video, unfortunately, as we covered electric on that one. If you haven't already seen that video, I will pop a little pop-up in the top right hand corner, hopefully somewhere around about now, for you to go and have a listen to as well. So we're going to join 802.207 here now at Huddersfield Station. I'm going to take a non-stop journey as far as Manchester, Victoria. This scenario as well I will link in the description, along with, of course, the pack and the route. The route itself is the Huddersfield to Manchester route, which is from Pennine Pacer, which is fantastic. If you've not played that before, do give that one a download on top. So let's get ourselves in the unit and we'll have a little listen, and we'll get ourselves underway. So it's pretty much the same job here. I mean, this has already been set up for diesel mode, so we're not doing any changeover as such. So pop the key in. I'm going to cancel that by pressing F. As AWS. We'll turn the DRA off there as well. So just to make sure we've got our destination set up, which we do. Liverpool Lime Street for this one. We'll get our doors open. So this is the grey livery. This is the livery that they came in before they changed over to their current, of course, livery, which is the very striking blue livery that they run in, blue and silver. I don't actually. It's stained glass, I think they call it. It's the same with the Class 185s and stuff, with the 68 as well. It's quite smart, this Owen. I think it suited them quite well, even though it wasn't lived for very long. I think I did actually manage to catch one at Colton Junction on one of their test runs on their sort of first year as they were getting ready. It did look rather smart, I must say. Right, pretty much ready to go on this side of things. I'm going to put the speed set on and get that ready for 40. So I believe they run as an MTU engine on these, which is rated at 125 miles per hour. Other than that, I think it's a V12 or something as well. I had a little bit of a read up. I was trying to find out because there's nothing as such in the manual about the engine, so I had to do a little bit of Wikipedia searching. So there's a couple of little bits on that there. So I'm going to go on the outside and on the roof, just because you can hear the engine more here now. So I'm going to put it to forward. Do the buzzes. We can't really hear that, and we're going to get underway. So hopefully that give you a bit more of an idea of how the pack sounds at various rates of picking up speed and power. You'll have heard like the engine sort of spooling off. You'll hear the turbo spooling down as well as we got to the limits of the speed set. So then obviously I've actually ramped that up a little bit more as we've gone past the speed limit. So then you'll have heard it going back up again. You've also heard there the sort of sounds of it on a flyby drive-by, if you will, and also a quick listen in the internals. Quite quiet in the internals. It's quite well soundproofed as well there. So yeah, from what I believe as well, I'm trying to make sure I get this sounding right, is the engine sounds themselves. I don't know how to say this. Is making this sound. It sounds right. Is they're an accurate. Well, the representation more than the exact sounds. I believe AP when they went to go and get the sounds, I don't think they got everything they wanted or got the exact stuff they wanted. So they've had to sort of like. I don't want to say bodge it, fudge it, if you will, but work with what they've had, and I'm not sure if they've had to maybe borrow some sounds from here and there, just to make up the bits that didn't have. That's my understanding on it. If I'm wrong, please do correct me on that, but that is my understanding on it. From what I heard is they didn't get everything they wanted and they struggled, and I did see there was a post on Facebook during the development that they did struggle to get hold of specific sounds and all that sort of stuff. So from what I've heard though, and on that, I'm very satisfied with that. We never had diesel sound really, did we, before? The only thing we had was obviously I think we had the reskin, which was a Super Albs reskin. It sounded exactly just like a Turbo Star, and it just didn't sound great. That to me is pretty damn good. And it sounds great as well. I love the turbo when it spools off. I hope I didn't get that wrong. I'm hoping I've explained that in the best way as I could, of my understanding. Anyway, we're going into Standish Tunnel. Leaving the Badlands and going into the Goodlands. Come on, Lancashire. So it's very quiet in the cab. You don't really hear too much. You get a very, very slight bit of noise from the engine. Right here, it's a bit more echoey as well. So my only experience with 802s as such is, as I said, I did see one at Colton Junction, but I've seen a couple at Leeds, and I vaguely remember hearing the engines on them. I think actually I might have heard one at York actually when they fired the engine up, when they did the changeover there when they've come from north and head towards Leeds. So obviously they can't get through on the juice past Colton Junction, even though they are putting wires up. Don't think they're up and running yet. Also, I've driven a few of the examples now of the pack on air and off air, like on videos and streams and stuff, and out away from videos I've done them as well. And from what I've driven up to now, I'm very, very satisfied with the pack after giving it a good couple of drives under the different liveries and also under diesel and electric. And the only thing I'm still yet to do is actually do a changeover, so I'm hoping I can get that done at some point as well. I'll probably end up just doing that on the stream, because it'd be more comical watching me trying to do it and fail. We may do as a video, who knows? It probably may feature at some point. Might go back in the camera and get my speed set sorted. This is really handy. I love the speed set thing. So having this as well is really great for this route because it fills another gap in the stock. I mean, we got the 185 quite recently. To have this as well now, that is two big modern chunks of AI filled. I mean, you can do a lot more with this, which is great to see. The only one thing I have slightly noticed is that on diesel mode, the speed set doesn't quite hold you sometimes. It creeps over. I mean, it's just crept over to 66 at the minute. I am travelling downhill, but I don't know if it's because I'm going downhill which is doing it, but you would have thought that the brakes will sort of slightly ease you off a bit and slow you down, so I'm having to manually do it myself. It's a little bit of a pain. The other option for the diesel video, it was a bit too long really to really show things off. It was you may have seen it on stream. If you haven't, have a look on Alan Thompson's for a Golden Goldsmith scenario, which covers the GWR set on the Riviera line. It's in sort of stormy season conditions, and there's some really cool stuff on there. There's some wrong line running. There's some other little surprises along the way, and I'm not going to tell you what they are as such, but you may have seen it on stream. If you haven't, go and have a look for that scenario. It's amazing. I recommend you do have a go at that, and you get to go a good go on the diesel side of it as well. It's just the extra stuff that Jason put in that was just amazing. Let's just see if it creeps over 65 again. I mean, we're still travelling downhill here, but it does look like it's slowing down a bit. It's still picking up, to be fair. Amps have gone off and the revs have gone down, but it's still just creeping over, so I'm not sure if that's a bug or whether there's some limitation in it. Maybe if AP sees the video, if you can, even if you can comment and just let us know if that's how it should be, that would be really great to know. Because at the minute it just looks to me like it's a little bit broken. I mean, it shouldn't. We're on a speed set, so it shouldn't effectively be going over, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, I'd love to know. It's not even stopping, it's just going over at the minute. So that's one of my little gripes. What I found whilst I've been getting to know the pack a bit more. I've still got a couple of liveries to try out. I've still got to do the LNER livery, and I've also got Hull Trains and Lumo to cover at some point yet. I will get there with them. I've seen some scenarios covering them, so I will try and get them down and at least have a play with it at some stage. It's not normally a thing I do, to be fair, is cover all liveries in packs, try and get them done. Usually it just sort of comes and goes as it pleases, but I'm honestly enjoying this pack quite a lot, so I feel like I want to go and at least drive all the liveries and cover them. Which is unusual for me, because I don't normally do it. So, sort of says to you how I'm enjoying this pack. A lot more than what I thought I would, to be fair, because this was one of them packs I thought it's just going to be an AI thing. But the more I drive it, the more I'm enjoying it. It's weird, really, when you have them trains that you don't really have much passion for as such. Don't mind photographing them, but I have no info or knowledge about them as such. It's just something to take a photo of. But when you get hold of it and then open it up and have a go of it, and you sort of like, you realise that it makes something a lot more playable. You want to play it more and more, and that's what this pack's done. So it's done the total opposite of what I thought it would do. I thought it would be like sort of like the 455, where I just need it for AI and have it as a gap filler. It's still not holding at 65, sadly. So we're 9 miles to Manchester Victoria, and what we've got left to come from Enhancement TV over the next few like days or so towards the end of the new year. So there's still some videos to cover with the Chatham Main Line, London Victoria, Blackfriars, Faversham, Dover, everywhere else route from DTG. I've still got 2 videos to cover that. I've got one to do from Ramsgate to Faversham, and I've also got something I want to do to cover the Blackfriars section. So there's still 2 to cover that. Cumbrian Coast will feature at some point as a proper general drive because we will be releasing the route at some point very, very soon. It's just waiting for the station. The aim was to have had it out the Christmas week. Unfortunately, it just won't happen because we're still waiting on the station to be sorted. It's been worked on, it's just unfortunately it wasn't to be ready in time. The developer, Bradley, who's working on it, he's tried his hardest, but it's just one of them things, just trying to fit everything in around his obviously day-to-day work and stuff on top of it. It's just it's just not happened. So it's one of them. It's happened. We've tried, but it will be out very, very soon. Rather the station be done properly and not rushed and as a sort of half-arsed attempt. We want to get it right. We want it to be sort of one of the focal points of the route because it is a terminus to the run. So we want it to be right as much as you guys do, and I'm sure once it's out, I'm sure you can appreciate it. It'll be worth the wait. And as soon as it's ready, we will let you guys know, and we'll do the release stream and get it straight out there for you. So it's not long; it's just literally around the corner, but it's probably going to be in the new year, maybe the first week or 2. Fingers crossed, all being well. I'll keep you posted though. Keep your eye out on Facebook and on the on-track simulation stuff and usual other places, even on the stream. That I'll let guys know whenever I get any information. We can keep you posted, really. Right, we're at Staley Vegas, or Staley Bridge as it's also known. Not stopping here though, as we say, it's a non-stop run. So we're just easing the power down because it's a 25 limit in 0.3 of a mile. Got 7 miles to go, got through Ashton Underline, then up towards Miles Platinum and down the bank into Victoria. What I will do is I'm going to do a little flyby just so we can hear the engines proper going. We'll drop down to 60 there because it is a 60 limit. Just sort of gone for Ashton there. It'll miss a little bit of a section out because I was just getting to the right sort of position I wanted to get with the scene there. Just passing IKEA as well. If anyone wants any flat pack furniture. Can't spake. Let's get the speed up to 75. Sort of the last burst now before we go into the slower speed sections towards the end of the video here. But yeah. I really do recommend the pack tiers if you've not got it yet. You're sort of on the sideline with this one, umming and ahhing. Do you do it? Do you not? Is it one for a sale? I think it's worth it. It makes a train that was very, very non-playable now very playable. It's got its own niggles and little bits here and there, but I'm satisfied at the end of the day. I am very much satisfied that it's given me a lot more time to play with this unit. We've had it, how many years have we had this IET as a model, and how many times have you driven it and thinking, good God, it sounds awful. I really wish that someone comes along and actually does something about it and that makes it playable. We've finally got that. It might be about 6 or so years, maybe 7 years that we've had that and wanted that, so it's there. We've got it. And if you're one of them people that's thought that, go out and get it. Go get it, buy it. God, my words. It's late in the evening. It gets like that. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I recommend it. Very much so. If Mark's watching, he'll be laughing his head off now at that. Me trying to get my words out. But that's what TSTV is all about. A bit of a comedy. Some balls ups. Fluffing the words. But I'm not going to edit it out because it makes it a bit more like comedy. It's only what you get on a stream where we just get clips and it ends up being in a blooper video. Which I believe there is one on its way soon, so keep your eye out on that as well. Mark and Matt are putting something together. Quite secret to me, so I don't know what's going in it. But I believe there's some absolute corkers in it. If you've seen Matt's videos before where he's in his spoof videos, it'll be just as brilliant as them. So I am looking forward to that. Right, down to 70 in a minute. Let's get that ready for 70. So the working, I haven't even covered the working now, I haven't even done any on the briefing, but basically it's 9 Mike 07 this, it's the 0902 Newcastle Liverpool service. It's from Adam Haig as well, this one. Does some very good scenarios. If you've not played any of his stuff before, you can find his scenarios on Alan Thompson Sim as well. Just give him a search. So you can see the bank on the HUD now as well. I'm just going to get this ready and slow it down for 30 for the curve. And then we'll drop down the bank into Victoria Station. I've done this scenario once before as well. This is one of the first scenarios I downloaded for the route, for the pack itself. Just to have a little drive in diesel mode. I know for a fact we are straight into Victoria, so there's no messing about. It's platform 3A as well. I'll go on the external cam just so you can hear the flange sounds here as well. So, just going to throw you a little fun fact. So, the Nova one's the first one into the revenue earning service on the 28th of September 2019, when Unit 802-201 worked the 603 Newcastle to Liverpool Lime Street service. And then it returned again on the 0929 25 service. Get that right. Yeah. So, basically, the service that we've done here. More or less. Just a little bit later in the morning. Might have been 2 services after. I'm not sure if it's an hourly service to do. I think it's hourly. Would be M5000s really, but T68 it is. Bit of retro tram. And we've made it to Manchester Victoria. Thank you though for joining. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's given you a bit more of a taster of what the sounds are like on the diesel side of things. So thank you for joining us and having a listen and a watch. We'll have a couple more videos hopefully before the end of the year, so do keep an eye out on that. Don't forget to catch us on Twitch at twitch.tv/trainsim_TV on Thursdays and Sundays for a variety of different stock scenarios or route building themes streams. The links, everything what you've seen here in the description, so go do take a look at those as well. And nothing else to really say other than thank you very much once again. So take care, guys. I will see you very, very soon on the next video. Take care as always and stay safe. See you soon. Bye for now.